Morning, morning. Welcome to Pieces of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint things, little things mostly, miniatures, stuff like that. So if you like miniatures, if you like, there's my lights going on over here. That's a little better. Anyway, my hair's starting to get long. I haven't decided if I'm going to grow it out or not. So what I was saying, if you like miniatures and you like learning how to paint miniatures, or you just like watching people paint miniatures, that's what this show is about. We just hang out and paint stuff. Try to stay pretty chill and have a good time. That's the idea. Now, there's no ways to go that way. Sometimes we don't have a good time. Yeah, the model will like break or something like that, and then it's I don't know. Then it's exciting. It's not good for me. It's probably a good time for watching. So say not good. So, but it can be. I guess it depends on your point of view. It's not good for me. I don't enjoy when I break something and I'm like, oh god, or I mispaint something. That happens too. There's lots of little things that can happen on the road to getting a model completed. Today we're gonna paint Cthulhu though. Or whatever this is supposed to be. It's a Cthulhu-like thing. We're going to paint it to look like Cthulhu, maybe. I can't decide if I want to do it green or purple. Maybe I want to do a little bit of both. Maybe we can start out purple and fade it up to green. That would be cool, right? Someone's over my camera. There we go. So anyway... Yeah. My alarm is telling me I should have gone ready to be online. I'm like, oh, I'm already on. So we gotta look at a little bit here. There's some places where the models, these are drain holes, so we probably want to fill those guys in. A little bit of milk butter. And then we have couple little burrs we need to knock off, and then we start. My dog wants in. I just heard her bark. She always does this right when I'm getting ready to head. I need to just set a timer to go get the stupid dog. That's what I need to do. It gets kind of ridiculous because it's like inevitably sometime during the show the dog is gonna bark. The problem is if she's not outside before the show and she wants to go outside during the show, it's equally as bad. So we gotta, oh god, because she sits out there. She's a sweetheart. She definitely will just sit there barking every so often. She'll just it's distracting. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, hopefully that didn't disrupt anybody's viewing pleasure too much. It was only a few seconds. So, hopefully I'll let you. Gotta let the dog go in. Or, we're just risk of going crazy. That's also possible. Mill put. Good stuff. A million ways to mix it, however you want to mix it. As long as it's pretty close to even parts. It doesn't even have to be exact, just close. This stuff's great. There's a bunch of different products that like this. Milpud is the brand. I'm sure there are multiple other ones. Green stuff's another one, but green stuff's a little different than Milpud. The texture of it's different when it's done. And it reacts different. Milpud's like you can put water on Milpud. Yeah, I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure that this is either a Cthulhu model or it's some sort of mind flayer creation thing. But it looks like flipping Cthulhu, in my opinion. So I'm going to make it a Cthulhu. I'm going to paint it like a Cthulhu. And we're going to sell it at the art show. And I'm willing to bet whoever buys it is going to buy it because it looks like Cthulhu. We're definitely, it's cool. We got an art show coming up. For those of you who are new or maybe, you know, haven't been keeping up on what's going on, I put in an application to get into an art expo so we can sell some stuff. Not sure what all I want to sell yet, but this guy's gonna be one of them. I got a couple other fun pieces I can sell. I may print up another one of those Dave the Divers real quick and pop one of those in there. It's always a good one. Probably should have done this before I glued him on, but I was afraid of losing him or breaking something. And it's really not that hard to get into that stuff, so it's not that big a deal. Especially because, you know, the way you paint something like this is this guy's probably only gonna take like 2 episodes, maybe 3. Even though he's a little bit larger than some of the other ones. It's just not a lot of like the detail work you have to do on this is a lot easier than, say, you know, a bunch of buckles on an adventurer or whatever. That's a lot more difficult. It takes a lot more time. Anyway, we might have like a special special broadcast, like live broadcast from the art show or something like that. On the Saturday, we're doing that. So stay tuned for all that. That movie, I think. We picked up quite a few subscribers in the last couple of days. That's been awesome. That was one of the good things about having several of those shorts go out at once. That was my plan. Like before I hurt my back, so it's kind of good to get back to the plan and see it work to get some channel growth going. It's definitely trying to do the things that you do. Tell is definitely interesting. Cthulhu isn't usually deployed as a tell. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's most likely some sort of... It's something from... Something I got from some subscription. And it's most likely in with either other Cthulhu-like things or it was mind flayers. It very well could have been mind flayers. I'm just going to put it out there with a price tag on it. I'm not going to put any names on anything. You either know what you're looking at or you don't. I don't care. You can buy whatever it is you think you want to buy. That's just kind of how I envision it. Anyway, it should be fun. to me, it's just art pieces, you know. So it's like it's an interpretation. And maybe this was a Cthulhu. I don't know. I love Cthulhu too. I love all the Lovecraftian stuff. Not a huge fan of the massive racism part of Lovecraft, but you know, it was a time. You know, you don't want to make excuses for it, but it's sometimes important to separate a piece of art and culture and literature from the person that put it together. I mean, otherwise, a lot of the stories that we cling to as civilization start to unravel and become worthless because we don't, you know, if we're going to start just convicting everybody for a viewpoint that during the time was the norm, you're going to eliminate a lot of artists, and it sucks. And that was the viewpoint. And who knows what he would have been like, born in a better time, you know. It's people are kind of products of their time, and unfortunately sometimes our history isn't that great as an entire species. Like, you look into history in any culture and you're gonna find some not great stuff. It just is what it is. But yes, unfortunately, Mr. Lovecraft was a bit of a racist. But he wrote some really cool stuff. Like, I know I have. So, like, this is something interesting. As you get older, you can kind of start noticing these things about yourself. Like, I realize that I've got some prejudices that are based on when my age I was born into. Things changed. Things are very different than they were when I was younger. And so certain things that I'm like, man, that you know, I might be offended by, or don't understand, or something. It's I'm able to sometimes drop back and say, oh, wait, that's just because this isn't, I'm too young, I'm too old, this isn't for me, this is for younger people. But not everybody can do that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Or judging a younger person's opinion on something wrong because of my perception of them being too young to do something, which is not fair. It's not, it really is. But it's just something that happens, and that happens to every culture or every generation. I should say, in that culture. But then there's some things that, like, I think of certain places being certain ways because of how they were when I was younger, and then those places have changed drastically. So my you could say prejudice against those places is based on something that isn't real anymore. And so it literally at this point is just a prejudice. It's because it's based on nothing. It's real. It's interesting how our little prejudices and stuff kind of can cloud our views of things. And it's good to look at it and examine it and say, yes, these exist within me. How can I avoid letting them control my thoughts and actions? And make choices based on what's going on in front of my face instead of what I think might be happening based on, you know, prejudicial information. Kind of want to leave that a little bit knobby. A lot of that is the print. Burrs. So we can at least get everything. Even out a little bit. He definitely looks like Cthulhu. Cthulhu with tail is fun though. And I don't know, in the book, when you read the book, it doesn't really tell you. It doesn't really tell you a story. It's not a book. It's a short story. Anyway, it doesn't really tell you much. That's what's so fun about Cthulhu is that, like the description that he wrote, what it is now is way beyond. Like there's no description of the color or anything in the original quote. The original quote, let's see, I think I had it here somewhere. Yeah, it's super ambiguous. Okay, so a monster of vaguely anthropod outline with an octopus-like head, whose face was a mass of feelers, a scaly, revelry-looking body, prodigious claws on hind 4 feet, with long, narrow wings behind. And that's it. Because he doesn't see much of it. So, like, a lot of the depictions of Cthulhu we have are a little bit over. I shouldn't say over. That's not. They're all interpretations of a very vague and, as you said, ambiguous deal. He is missing some fingers somewhere, which might explain why I decided it needed to be glued down. definitely feel like I'm getting better at the sculpting. Just something it's been a lot of practice to get this to work out really well. Sculpting is not the easiest if you're trying, especially if you're trying to mimic somebody else's work. It can become very difficult. Yeah, you have to move, you got to get your seedlings going from one place to another. Yeah, yeah, green onions will go crazy too. That is real. I got all my seedlings in, they're all separated and then in their appropriate little pots now. I'm excited. I'm probably about to get my stuff in the ground. Some of my stuff in the ground this weekend. A lot of plants to get a hold of. Buy a lot of these things I'm already done. Full plants, it's already rock and roll. Instead of trying to sprout everything this year. And every year I kind of we do a little bit more, get a little bit closer to doing all of it from straight from seed, which is the eventual goal. Well, except for all the stuff that comes up naturally. We're going to try to have quite a few bulb type things that just produce asparagus, stuff like that. Because asparagus, dill comes back, fennel comes back. If you don't pull the celeriac bulb out, then the celery will come back. Now, if you pull out the celeriac, you're eating the bulb. But you gotta spend most of this day sculpting this thing. Fingers are always the hardest. Ask AI. Ah! Clowning. I wasn't talking about you, Steve. You calm down. Those y'all don't know, Steve's my computer. Alright, that ought to be good enough. Good enough for some government work. Piece that popped off. We're going to take the supports off. Okay, cool. Oh, scolding that. Enjoy a bit of coffee. Hope y'all don't mind. Hope you don't mind. I tell you what, I really am impressed with this new microphone. It does seem to sound a lot better. I've listened to a couple of the shows. I hate doing that. I hate listening to myself. I don't know if that's just like a... I think that's a normal thing. I think I've heard other people say that listening to themselves is not fun. But anyway, the sound of your own voice is like creepy or something. Anyway, like I was saying, I did listen to a few just to make sure my levels are good. Yeah. And man, I was really impressed. It was way better than that older guy. You know, but that older guy, I was a second. I think it was a second hand me down, and it definitely got us through that first year. It's nice to be into the new microphone now. Really enjoy it. Next will be upgrading the camera system, so that'll be our next big upgrade. So hope maybe this show will pay for it. Maybe we make enough money at this show. We can pay to upgrade the camera. That'd be cool. But yeah, I try to improve things for people. If you know anything about, cameras and that sort of thing, holler at me. Let me know. I'm easy to find. Just leave me a message here. Yeah. Oh, I think set it for just a little longer. And the more I think about it, the more I like this idea of going up from purple to like green. Occasionally I have to switch ear. I have my headphones on because it makes my ears start to bug out. I've never been a big fan of headphones. Okay. Probably spend 1,000 years. See how I said I was done. Alright, go quick. Trying to get that same look. Those knuckles break. There's like a bit of a raise there. very difficult to do. Melt further away. At this scale. That's another thing I gotta remind myself that dealing with an incredibly tiny scale. That sometimes you just gotta let it look the way it looks. And let your paint job do the rest. Oh, my son, those of you keeping score at home, my son and his team got placed on an alliance, or got selected, it's not placed, you get selected, to be on an alliance for the final part of the tournament. His alliance placed third in the final part of the tournament, which is really crazy. So, if you watched the show on Friday, you probably got to see a little bit of. If you watched enough of it, you got to see a little bit of how the competition kind of runs. And so there's 3 teams on each alliance, and one of the alliance, only the top like 8 get to pick alliances. And then they choose who goes on the alliance. And Cullen's team got chosen, and they managed to pull themselves up into third. And they lost to the first place team and the team that ended up taking second. So yeah, it was a true third place showing. It was great. They did really well. Their little robot is amazing. Really incredible work. And you just gotta be impressed with their abilities. My son driving that thing like he stole it. Heck yeah, I might be able to get some purple on it. Yes, and I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and I love Mind Flayers. There's not really, I don't know that this is a, I don't know know that this is a normal mind flayer creature either, so that's why I was like, man, maybe this is a Cthulhu. So I went with Cthulhu. Plus, it also grabs those hits on the internet. People freaking love Cthulhu, so we can pick up some more subscribers. Oh man, so like, speaking of strange like channel analytics stuff, I like getting people to pay attention to, whatever, trying to get people into the channel, that kind of thing. I was looking at the analytics from the weekend, and like the weekend started out like all Trench Crusade. I had some Trench Crusade models. They looked great, Put the radio night or communications officer on, and Bishop. And then did a mobile HQ video. If you haven't seen the shorts, go check them out. And they all looked really good, and they were doing great numbers. So over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that part of the weekend, they were blowing up, and the poor Tabaxi, he got left like way in the dirt, and I was like, man, what's going on here? Because usually D&D stuff's pretty popular. I was like, is it really just Trench Crusade that much more popular right now? And then overnight last night, I guess from starting earlier in the evening last night and then rolling through overnight, the Tabaxi just exploded, and it's pretty wild. Unfortunately, I don't even remember who made this one. I think this is a loot piece. I have a lot of their stuff. There's another hole back here. Oh, this doesn't seem odd at all. It actually worked a lot better though. Florida. Those fingers dry out as long as possible before I get over there. This stuff usually dry pretty good underneath of the. Oh, that's wrong English. Pretty good under a primer, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. But I want to give it a little bit of chance to dry out. So it should be pretty good. Yeah. Place it down here. Look at angle issues and anything else. Sometimes it's hard to get at an angle to really move around to see them. Especially because I'm trying to paint gray on gray. Kind of get lost. You're like, which gray color is that? Oh, that's that. That's the right gray. And then sometimes it plays tricks on you. Maybe just about got it though. Yeah. So like that's what I'm thinking about on the colors. So like typically you see Cthulhu as like green, which I don't know why they chose green. It never says anything about green in any of the pictures or any of the descriptions of Cthulhu that Lovecraft wrote. But a lot of people do green. But it would be neat to do like him fading from like purple to green, maybe. Like have it transition colors. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Go from like green to blue to purple. I want to kind of purple down in the crevices of this stuff and then bring it out to green. It'd almost be like it'll be more green than anything else, but it'd be more of the green and a blue and just little bits of purple. Even though it may start off pretty freaking purple. Still find little places that need some primer. He's real spindly. But the base is good. He's solid. I don't think he's going to go anywhere now that he's on that base. It's a pretty good model. We might need to put something on the bottom here before we sell it, so we don't expose those holes. Piece of felt or something like that would be easy. Dry, Mr. Cthulhu, dry. So this is dioxin purple or something like that. It's hard. I don't know. Chemical purple. Dioxin. Dark purple. As the kids would say, dark AF purple. Actually, I don't even think kids say that anymore. He a big boy. yeah. I like the idea of the purple into the blue too, so that if people do want to use it for something like a mind flayer creature kind of thing, it would definitely work that way. Oh yeah. A little wet blend going on here. And this is just a regular sap green we're putting on. see how those colors fading in and out of each other are really going to pay off. Oof, it's always kind of a pain in the butt to get into that deep in things. It'll definitely be worth it. My own fault for gluing it to it, but like I said, I kind of needed to. It's becoming a situation. Roll over. Yes, alright. I just let it run for a second. Got some stuff I want to get done here. fast to quit. You gotta keep moving on this one. Where this is going. We could definitely get base colors kind of done today. We could flip into some washes and stuff like that tomorrow. Who knows? As fast as we're going here, I have this guy done by tomorrow. When you work later on, there's tail area to get some other stuff done. Tail can need a lot of trimming and messing with. Pretty quick here. Cool news, my sister just delivered her baby. Sweet! She went delivered last night. Officially an uncle. Hey, celebration. Alright. That's cool, man. Individual not important. Only life important. Celebrate all births. Boy, there's a lot of tentacles to keep up with, man. That's a lot. Tentacle mark. You're about flattened here, too. Alright, that's pretty good for what first room. Yes, looks like a little potato. My grandfather used to say they all look like catfish. Oh, babies look like catfish. And you'd have a baby and be like, oh, look at that catfish. That's kind of what it was. Alright, so there's a pretty good start for yellows and purples. Getting him rock and rolling. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow. All this milk will be set tomorrow, so we're not working on that finger. But yeah, we'll be cruising through him tomorrow. Should be awesome. Super excited about that. And if you like what you saw, give us a like and subscribe. Or maybe you just like our shorts too. It's just super cool. We get a lot more attention on the shorts, which is totally fine by me. This is like I don't know. I do this channel. Or do this part of the channel, this lives for like just I don't know. It's like a vlog, I guess. I get to kind of like we get to remember things like Sir McBeardsly's niece or nephew was born today. Kind of a fun little journal. So that's kind of why we do lives. Yeah, kind of just journal for the studio, myself, I guess, and just the goings on of humanity. I got a bunch of other stuff I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on the slad. It's a red slad. Right here. So I'm work on him. Maybe a couple other things. Yeah, a lot of this stuff will be, like I said, we're going to sell it at the show. So it'll be cool. It'll be a lot of fun. And if you live in the Oklahoma area, especially if you're close to Shawnee, come see us. I think it was May 17th or something like that. So we'll be or 16th. So we'll be down in Shawnee doing that sort of thing. And if not, and you can't, no worries. I'm just kind of plugging it out there now because it just sounds like a good thing. just keep talking about it. Maybe people will show up and come see me. So, but I know we have a lot of viewers that are like literally on the other side of the world. So no, I do not expect anyone to board an airplane to come to a tiny little show in Shawnee, Oklahoma. That would be if somebody showed up doing that. Bro, you can come stay at my house. I'll feed you dinner. That's crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, I love it. I love that kind of attitude. That shit's crazy. And I might have done something like that when I was younger. Shawnee of all places. Yeah, why would you go to Shawnee? Like, if you live out here, it's fine. Shawnee's nice, but it's definitely not like a place that if I were living in, say, Switzerland, I would be like, hey, I want to go see Shawnee, Oklahoma. That's just not on those lists of things. But who knows? I don't judge people for what they want to do at the time. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. It'll be fun. Come see us there if you're in state or close to the area. If not, come check us out on these live videos or go check out our shorts. Just give us likes and subscribes. Unless you're a super fan of Brad Pitt, right? If you're a massive Brad Pitt fan, you might want to come to Shawnee just so you can see what it's like. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Go be amazing. Go be kind. Be nice to somebody. Be nice to somebody out there. If we spread a little kindness, each of us individually, maybe it'll catch on. The world needs some more kindness right now. It's one of those places. It's one of those periods of time where the world just needs a few of us to be a little bit more kind. Maybe help out. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate you. We're gonna talk to you tomorrow.